The STX National High School Lacrosse Showcase between Gonzaga and St. John's for the right to move on to the championship game here tonight from Bland Air Regional Park in Columbia, Maryland. How about another upset for McDonough, beating Calvert Hall 9-7. They're in the title game, and they'll await the winner of Gonzaga and St. John's coming up here in just a few minutes. Hi again, everyone. Mike Corey alongside Bob Schreiber and Quint Kesnick. Pretty good win here for McDonough. How about now in this game with Gonzaga and St. John's? Geico players to watch here today, Bob. Who do you have?
Well, we're going to start with St. John's. Garza, Paul Garza, who is their outstanding, Ryan Splain first, excuse me. Watch this kid play lacrosse. He also is another outstanding long stick defensive midi. Splain is. Unfortunately, we're seeing Garza right now with the highlights. That's okay. Garza's St. John's best offensive players, headed to the Naval Academy. And then for Gonzaga High School, we talked about Paul Garza. There he is, committed to Navy. And then for Gonzaga High School, the Zags, we're going to Ryan Splain. He's an outstanding long stick defensive midi, a goal scorer. Standing.
It's going to be a battle between Baltimore and D.C. for the championship game, but which one of these two D.C. teams will get there? We'll find out. St. John's will get the scoring started, and that is Gavin Kelly. Robert Morris commit, and just 39 seconds in for goal number one.
Great feed by number 11, Chase Cavalier to Kelly. He doesn't have a great angle there, but he got the ball out of his stick so quickly. Goalie Declan
Verbal commits from their class of 2022 you're watching right now.
Just missing the cage off to the left in the shot that time from Roa.
Mike, they were here last year, played in the finals. They lost. They were a young team. They're back. I think they're the team to beat with 8 D1 verbal commits.
Agreed. I mean, there's a lot of talent on this group, and especially with that goalkeeper, too, and Caleb Fyock. Hasn't had to see much come his way just yet, but he's special in cage for St. John's as well, so they've got it on both ends of the field. Chance to add on here, shot off the mark, that time by Garza. Mac Haley's there for the backup.
You talked about the goaltenders in this game. St. John's commits Air Force, Lehigh, Jacksonville, Rutgers, Navy, Syracuse. I mean, you really don't get better than that shot by number 1, Mac Haley. He's a Navy commit. Mac Haley's older brother, TJ Haley, goes to Georgetown and had an outstanding freshman campaign. And as we often see in the lacrosse world, families play this game like there's nobody's business.
That was a highly, highly skilled snapshot from a severe angle by Haley, whose potential future head coach, Joe Amplo, is off to the left side of the St. John's bench here in attendance.
Gets through it, and it's checked out of his stick. Kicked around by St. John's and Richard Checo, and he's a good one. He comes up with it. Here he goes. Checo down the field, feeds it in front. The shot, the score from Gavin Kelly. What a transition.
Richard Checo gets that loose ball. We get a fast break. Checo, a commit to Lehigh. His coach, Kevin Cassis, is here. Watch him come up with this loose ball. He kicked it forward himself. An incredible run and a better play down here to finish this off. Beautiful pass inside.
Effort by Nicholas Sweeney, 21 in white. He's only a 20-24. LSM caused the turnover, and then you just get sloppy.
Dunkel shoots and scores for St. John's. That's Ryan Dunkel.
Ryan Dunkel, just like we saw in that first game, there's a kid who just finished his freshman year. He's a 24, showing his stuff. We saw a couple former freshmen playing for McDonough. Green playing exceptionally well. Beautiful play. Just a change of direction, a COD it's referred to, behind the goal. Steps one way and just changes his direction quickly. His defender's legs kind of got hung up, and he got to the front of the goal.
Gonzaga's going to get the face-off here with Ryan Splain now. Here he comes, and he shoots, and he scores. And finally, the Zags on the board to the player you were talking about, Bob, Ryan Splain, and that's what he does. The Rutgers commit in style there with that first goal of the game for them.
Watch this. Here's a guy with a pole, 6 feet, Quint Stogger. Look at that. He changes hands. That's a split dodge with a long pole. Another, he kind of face dodged a little bit. He felt the pressure behind. He cradled his stick out in front of him there, and it's really hard for any goalie to pick that ball up. It's coming from about 10 feet in the air. Very hard for goalies to pick up these long.
Might take a guy, but you have to tone him down in certain areas, right? I mean, you can do that too.
Well, oh, nice play by number 17 there, Ian McGlynn.
Flags fly.
And this is going to be a late hit, I think, after this ball goes in the goal. McGlynn with a nice individual effort. Cuts that to 4-2. Gonzaga is up a man after this save by Fayok. They can basically ride man-to-man and create a situation that just happened there. Madden put its big frame up, winched in there. Their parking lot has got 2 or 3 stories, you know. I think you just got to be tough to go to Gonzaga.
The feed in front and the goal for St. John's, Ryan Dunkel from Mac Haley. And they get one back to go back up 2.
Mac Haley, watch, he's coming down hard, headed towards his near pipe. There's no reason to slide there. Haley's going back behind the goal. The defender for Gonzaga.
2-1 for Haley today. And with a minute and a half to go, St. John's is up the lead to 6. And now they get, they're 6-3. Now it's 7-3 as Haley does it again.
Back to back for Haley. This is his 3rd goal, if I'm not mistaken. Beautiful play, off ball by Haley. Quint talks so much about playing defense off the ball. Defenders, you know, he's lost. Haley makes a beautiful cut. Defenders 3 or 4.
Gonzaga down 4, but we'll have possession to start the second half.
Correct.
Checo, 36, caught for the penalty. He's out for St. John's. And the shot, the score. Count it for Gonzaga. Charles Taylor. For Checo, that was James Matten.
James Matten had a blast before this one that he just missed the cage. This time it's just a step down from about 12 yards, but he's got some mustard on it. He's got a big frame. So when he unwinds, he's not unlike, look at how tall he is. That ball's got some pace, and it's also...
You hear the communication, he got 2 picks there.
If I'm defending against St. John's, I try to make them beat me off the dodge like that.
Yes, and they did. And Gavin Kelly scores it, and it's 8-4.
If you watch this play, Declan Monahan, this Gonzaga goalie, never saw this shot as we roll this. Kelly's taking this on a long run. Watch the goaltender. Shot's taken, he never saw it. One of his teammates probably in his sight line, and he never picked that ball up, and Kelly put it on the goal for a pretty easy score.
That's a great lesson for all goalies. You've got to work hard. True midfielders nowadays, as everyone seems to be an attackman playing midfield.
Yeah, we're offensive players, right? Nice dodge there by number 19. The Foso for Gonzaga, Brendan Lane. Beautiful play. Swim move, gets inside and dunks it. Brendan Lane's going to make, you know, he's another guy, Quint. He's showing his stuff here in this tournament. Coaches out here on the sidelines are watching Brendan Lane scrap like crazy at the
clamping, two-handed motorcycle gripper who you know, has got thick legs and looks like more like a wrestler, and he could win in the face-off and coming off. I think the new wave will be more athletic, more lighter in their feet.
Yeah, and I think we saw that in the NCAA finals this year, the abilities of some of these face-off guys to take the ball down, distribute it, or score on their own, as you talked about earlier. You know, lost in this has been the fine play, really, of the St. John's face-off guy. Jackie Weller's had a great game, number 19. You know, sometimes you forget these guys. They keep coming out on all these face-offs and doing a great job.
John Draley scores it for St. John's, getting it by Declan Monahan here.
Another player on St. John's team who's showing his skills. Just finished his freshman year, John. A beautiful step down off a lovely feed.
You know, not butt ending, but bumping a guy that he probably shouldn't have. But I like that. Those guys can play in front of me any day of the week.
Noah Hall for St. John's now. 18 controls it. Gets through the defense, shoots and scores. What a shot from Noah Hall.
This is Noah's, as far as I can tell, that's his first opportunity on the field. Anybody that's a Dodger who can get back to the middle of the field. Watch Noah. Starts down the alley, but watch, he rolls back to the middle of the field. He comes in, he gets a face dodge in the 5 in the face-offs.
We can give him some love tonight, 7 o'clock, right here on ESPNU Live.
That'll be a heck of a matchup against Zach Hayashi from McDonough.
That's the end. St. John's wins it. 12-7 the final score here over Gonzaga to advance to the championship game.